Today, I'm going to talk to you about the most powerful weapon you can use against narcissists in general, and it can be incredibly effective, even if you find it hard to believe. Most victims of narcissists seek a solution to the abusive narcissistic personality, which continuously inflicts various forms of harm without mercy or empathy. I want everyone listening to me to know something very important and to clear it from their minds completely. The narcissist will never change, no matter what you do with them. They might temporarily act differently or feel remorse, but you should remove the idea of changing them from your mind entirely. Instead, focus on what you can do to protect yourself and escape from this abusive relationship. In other words, you need to understand that the solution to anything the narcissist does with you lies within yourself. Thank you very much for your support. If you find this content helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for helping share this message with those who can benefit from it. Don't expect that when you confront or deal with the narcissist in the same way they treat you, they will regret their actions. On the contrary, you won't achieve anything, and the narcissist will remain the same. That's why we're discussing what we can do with the narcissist, not how to change them or make them decent individuals. You need to realize that your way of dealing with the narcissist will impose limits on their abusive behavior towards you. There are things you can do that will stop the narcissist at their tracks and at the limit you've set for them. Don't compromise on those limits, no matter what happens. Otherwise, they might completely consume you. In essence, you can use the narcissist's fear of losing you or losing control over you to your advantage. By doing this, you can deal with them in a way that is comfortable for you and protects you from their abuse. The narcissist will never change their negative behavior towards you unless they see unwavering strength and determination from you in response to their abuse. That's why what you do can be a weapon against the narcissist, and it's genuinely the most potent weapon against them. When the narcissist is afraid of losing you or fears your strong reaction, they are forced to regain some of their sanity and reconsider their behavior towards you. This episode is for those who have to live or deal with narcissists due to circumstances that make complete separation difficult or impossible, such as having children or other reasons that prevent you from leaving the narcissist. It's known that narcissists isolate their victims and keep them away from their families, friends, or anyone who could offer support. They want to be the sole controller of the victim, the only one who has an influence over their mind and thoughts. The narcissist fears the victim's relationships with these people because it might lead the victim to realize the abusive treatment and the narcissistic relationship they are in, which could eventually lead them to leave the narcissist. That's why I will tell you about some excellent weapons to take revenge on the narcissist easily. First of all, and this is very important, try to distance yourself from excessive perfectionism and excessive kindness. You must completely stop seeing yourself as a perpetual martyr and stop putting the narcissist's feelings and needs above your own and your emotions. Believe me, what you are doing to yourself is not with a person like this at all. You should indeed stay true to yourself, but with those who deserve this treatment. How can someone accept being treated with disrespect, abuse, and mockery while at the same time being required to provide complete attention and sacrifice everything for someone whose only concern in life is to harm and devalue them? The narcissist does not have any understanding of your true nature, kindness, or the respectful way you treat them out of love or loyalty. The narcissist only knows himself, his desires, and his needs. The narcissist will never compromise on his desires and needs, regardless of your situation, without feeling that he owes something in return for your respectful treatment. That's why you must try to separate your treatment of the narcissist from your innate goodness and proper upbringing. I'm not talking about regular relationships or everyday problems in our daily lives. I'm talking about a person with a personality disorder. Try to at least moderate your interactions. When you receive love, give love in return. When you receive attention, give attention back. It can't be a one-sided relationship. No one can take and not give. This is a healthy and fair relationship. Unfortunately, in a narcissistic relationship, it's a one-sided transaction where the narcissist believes they own you entirely, and you have no rights or value. Your feelings and emotions mean nothing to them. So, in such a relationship, You can't treat them with your innate goodness or proper upbringing because what exceeds a certain limit turns against you. Moreover, what I'm saying here does not apply to regular, healthy relationships or typical problems in our daily lives. Don't let the narcissist demand things from you that are beyond your capacity. They need to understand clearly that, just as you have duties and responsibilities, they also have duties similar to yours. You need to know that the narcissist deals with you as if you have no rights and nothing matters except his own desires and needs. This is because of the exaggerated sense of entitlement they possess. The next point is that you should love yourself and take care of yourself more than anything else. You need to know something very important: the more you respect yourself, the more others will respect you. You, by yourself, determine your own value, which others will recognize. If you get used to putting yourself down and enduring more than you can bear, people will get used to treating you a certain way, and it will be difficult to change that. As long as you don't give yourself the respect you deserve and don't accept mistreatment or undervaluation from others, they will continue to treat you with disrespect and continuously take advantage of you, especially in the case of dealing with a narcissist. The narcissist will keep on abusing you without any compassion or sympathy for your well-being, as long as you bear it. They will not feel any guilt or remorse. You need to know that the narcissist you're dealing with is extremely selfish and only seeks their own rights and interests without any willingness to give anything in return. This happens because they've found acceptance of this behavior from you. However, if you reject this behavior firmly and stand your ground, the narcissist will become afraid of you and may change their approach out of fear of losing you or the relationship. But you must remain steadfast in your stance. At this point, the narcissist will start to recognize your true value and that you are a strong individual who doesn't compromise on their rights. They will begin to treat you more cautiously, and their perception of you will change completely. The narcissist will adjust their behavior when they see you valuing yourself and raising your self-worth. They will try to please you and maintain your presence in their life without losing you. The key here, folks, is to learn how to deal with a narcissistic person without harming yourself or draining your mental health. Dealing with a narcissistic personality requires a certain level of skill and tact because their life revolves around manipulation and deceit. If you don't understand this, you'll find yourself in a relationship filled with suffering. The most important weapon in dealing with a narcissist is to not be afraid at all. It's well known that narcissists always want their victims to be fearful and anxious throughout the relationship. They might even directly threaten you with things that could make them control you. No matter what threats the narcissist uses, do not be afraid and do not take them seriously. When the narcissist realizes that you're not afraid and that their threats don't affect you, they will understand that you are strong, and their manipulative tactics won't work. They will lose control over you. Regardless of the type of threats or manipulation you face, you must stand firm without showing any fear in front of the narcissist. Believe me, the narcissist will be extremely shocked because they will see that their control and power over you are slipping away. The narcissist thrives on your fear and your sense of submission to them and their manipulation. When you cut off their narcissistic supply by not being afraid, they will be forced to deal with you more respectfully. In the end, when the narcissist sees that you can handle them in this manner, they will try to treat you better, hoping that they will regain control at some point. This is the nature of dealing with a narcissist. If you can handle the narcissist as we've discussed, you'll find yourself able to continue without draining your life when you are forced to maintain the relationship and can't completely break free from the narcissistic bond. Remember to subscribe to the channel and like the video if you found it helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to write them in the comments. If you have any feedback or suggestions for improving the channel, please send them to me.